Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is me, Hassan, speaking in this very video to converse about the topic, which is God is amazing. Brothers and sisters, we all know Allah created us without our permission and consent. He created us in the best possible manner. He created us in the way which was pleasing for Him. Each and every creation of Him is absolutely eye-catchy, whether it be a honeybee or a mountain, a human being or a tree. Everything is under control of His divine power. He does what He wills, and at that point, the believer surrenders himself in front of Him and obeys Him the way Allah deserves to be obeyed. Allah has placed and set up many rules and regulations for us to observe and administer in our daily lives. And those commandments are not constructed by God to benefit Him, but instead they are made for our own well-being. If God demands from us to worship Him, it's not to make Him any better. He's already the greatest. He doesn't need us. Allah doesn't need us. We need Him. Allah doesn't require us. We require Him. Allah sent me into this world 25 years ago. And before that, I was completely non-existent. He sent me and ordered me to worship Him alone and obey His commandments. I only have to do this until I die, because once we die, our examination is over. And if I pass in His trials, He will give me the reward to live in this paradise, where I'll abide in for eternity. Isn't that amazing? Imagine you live for 60 to 70 years in this world, and in return, God rewards you with a lifespan of trillions and trillions of years. Just imagine for a second. Take out 5 minutes of your 24 hours and think this through for just 5 minutes. After you realize and understand all this, you wouldn't thank Allah enough for this staggering and marvelous offer He provided. Just understand the meaning of forever. Never ending. It's never going to end. No sadness, no work, no old age, no fights, no grudges, no ends, no sickness, no losses, no tiredness, just enjoyment and fun. No prayers, no nothing. You're free to do whatever you will. So shouldn't we take a few minutes and thank Allah for this glorious offer? Only an imbecile would decline such an offer by preferring worldly life over akhirah. In order to attain that paradise, one must choose and opt to spend his or her entire life by the will of God. Abstaining from haram is the most essential aspect to be taken serious. The worst of all sin is shirk, associating partners with God. Such a sin will never be forgiven whatsoever. Other than that, Allah may forgive whoever He pleases to. But that does not mean we should start sinning. Avoiding sin, like I mentioned, is the most crucial factor. Strictly following sex discipline, praying 5 times a day, obeying your parents, being righteous when it comes to money handling, being just, avoiding lying and corruption, speaking with good manners, performing obligatory fasting, doing asqar, abstaining from backbiting and jealousy, kicking the love of this world out of your heart and solely focusing on akhirah, accepting, respecting, and obeying all the prophets which Allah sent. Keeping your focal point on all these things is quite sufficient for you and me to please God and achieve His Jannah with distinction. All we need to do is stay persistent, determined, and contagious, because God doesn't want and God doesn't demand perfection. He doesn't demand perfection from us, but the willpower and our struggle. God demands our willpower, our struggles, and the way we please Him. That's what He wants. He is not there looking out for perfection because He knows that humans are not perfect. Brothers and sisters, we need to understand this factor. I pray we all strive to please our Lord in the best possible manner, sooner than later. Amen.